Hopefully they can get the sandbags they need. We saw how useful they were here during our, spring where all that winter snow was melting.
Yeah, we're dealing with some pretty nasty air quality, some thick smoke across the Pacific Northwest. But it's just, you sit there and you think of in comparison, we're dealing with something pretty bad out there, but it cannot be worse than what the folks in Florida are preparing for with this monster, potentially catastrophic storm in Irma that is coming their way. So we'll start there, then turn back to our local forecast, just kind of keeping you posted with what's going on down there in the Caribbean. Hurricane Irma, of course, the primary threat here, but we do have kind of that 1-2 punch. Hurricane Jose, now a Category 1 hurricane, still strengthening slowly. Does have 90-mile-an-hour sustained winds packed in with it, and this one kind of trailing in the footsteps of Irma. However, it is expected to take a little bit different track, moving more north a little bit sooner, but still could cause some damage there. But Hurricane Irma, again, that main thing we were focused on, Category 5 storm, 180-mile-an-hour sustained winds. You can see those hurricane warnings up for parts of the Dominican Republic, stretching into Haiti, and then those islands there in red, Turks and Caicos, up into the southeastern Bahamas, eventually the central Bahamas. All of that is in this thing's track. This is a monster of a storm, a very well-defined eye. Again, a strong Category 5 storm. Wind speeds up to 180 miles an hour. Those are the sustained winds, meaning those gusts are even stronger at times. So here's one more look at Irma. Again, moving to the northwest, about 17 miles an hour there. You can see it on the right corner of your screen. As this thing continues to slowly march its way in toward the United States, we are talking about life-threatening winds, rain, and storm surges. Storm surges up to 15 to 20 feet as this storm rolls through, barreling into Turks and Caicos by later tonight, and then over into the southeastern Bahamas tonight into tomorrow too. Still expected to stay a Category 5 storm even as it makes landfall and continues to kind of interact with land, I should say, along these islands. If this thing does make that northward turn on track into Florida, we are expecting the potential for Irma to be a Category 4 storm when it does. A powerful system, potentially catastrophic to, again, millions of people along the Florida coastline there. The official track right now through the National Hurricane Center has this kind of approaching the Florida Keys sometime Sunday morning. But again, we're going to see tropical storm force winds beginning in this area on Saturday. Then it continues barreling north, becoming a Category 3 storm on the southeastern coast of Florida. But still, some of these areas in there could be very hard hit. So we know there's a threat to Florida. We do not know exactly how severe the impacts are going to be and which area they're going to be hit hardest yet, because the computer models show there's still a lot of uncertainty a couple days out as far as what this storm is going to do, how it's going to behave as it moves and turns north. So most of the models showing this taking a little more of an eastward track than yesterday early in the morning. We kind of saw that shift yesterday in the afternoon. So hopefully a little bit of good news there. We want to see this move further and further off that coastline. Still going to see devastation in Florida no matter what. We know that track is certain, but you saw that cone get a little bit wider as it spread into Florida. So they're expecting folks in Florida and the Carolinas to prepare for the impacts of this storm. Around here, again, we're talking about wildfire smoke. So two very different worlds, two different sides of the country. So two different things going on. But we are going to be dealing with the unhealthy air, smoky hot conditions today through the weekend into early next week. But we may get a little bit of relief as far as the thick smoke, or the thickest of it, hopefully tomorrow and Saturday. Overall, staying hot and dry. Here's that time lapse from yesterday up at Bogus Basin. You really can't tell what time of day it is at any point in time because it is so smoky out there. And that's exactly what we're expecting again today. Here's a look at the MODIS imagery that kind of shows you the big thick blanket that is just camped, parked over the top of the Pacific Northwest. So it's not just us. We actually don't have the worst of it. Air quality as you get into northern Idaho, eastern Washington, extremely poor, considered hazardous in some areas. But there's really no escaping this and no change in the pattern that's going to completely shovel this out of the area. So air quality alert remaining in effect for western Montana, Idaho, Oregon, and Washington until the foreseeable future, until we get some clearing in here. Red flag warnings also joining the party over in eastern Oregon today. Jet stream forecast kind of showing you what's going on. Our ridge of high pressure finally starting to break down a little bit and move to the east. As that happens, it's still going to be hot today, still going to be smoky. But as we fast forward into Friday and Saturday, start to notice the differentiation in the colors here. This is actually a little area of low pressure and an affiliated, what we call a trough, this little dip that you see here. Essentially what this is going to do is it's going to cool our temperatures off a few degrees, and we're going to start to see the air coming in from the south rather than from the north. You see those lines not moving in from the north anymore. That means our air coming from the south should hopefully push some of that smoke back up to the north, because those fires are burning mostly to the north of us. So that's where we're going to get the change. The hope is that we'll see the thickest of the smoke take a little bit of a break. Otherwise, we are still expecting areas of it through the weekend. Today, though, low 90s for your daytime highs, mid 80s at lunchtime. If you're planning to be outside at all, do it early this morning. The temps will be more comfortable, but the smoke will be strong and thick throughout the day. Possibly a little bit of relief late this afternoon into the evening, but I still don't think this is going to be one of those days where we get to see the sunshine much at all. Otherwise, on the Futurecast, we're going to watch for a couple of stray thunderstorms to develop in southwestern Idaho. I won't rule one of these out in the Treasure Valley, but you see most of them on the Futurecast staying south of the area. Same story for tomorrow afternoon. There's just enough instability in the atmosphere now, thanks to some of that moisture coming in from the south, that will provide for the chance for an off or hit or miss shower or storm. Otherwise, mainly dry, mostly sunny here in the Treasure Valley, but we're going to be dealing with that smoke all the way through the 7-day, hoping for some relief, some improvement in the air quality to give you a little bit of a break, a little bit of a breather, no pun intended there, but hopefully these next couple of days